My ultimate dream car is and has always been a Dodge Challenger Widebody Hellcat. Whether that's the red eye or not, I don't really care. Eventually I want the Widebody Challenger Hellcat. That's the pinnacle. In the meantime, this is really, really close. Alright, so a little bit of backstory before I go into my review of my dream car. For the most part, there's only one car in this world that I would rather have than the car that I'm currently driving, and I absolutely love this car, and it was a dream car, is a dream car. But a little bit of backstory on how I ended up at this point. I bought a Ram TRX earlier this year. If you're new to the channel, check out the videos that I did with my Ram TRX. I bought that back in the spring. I only had it for about 6 weeks, and I sold it for profit. I made a few $1,000s, and bought a 2021 Hellcat Durango, one of 2,000 at the time. They built a few more since then, but still limited production. And then I found a buyer for my Hellcat Durango. Since it's such a limited edition vehicle, I made a $13,000 profit on that. But when I sold the Durango, I had my eyes set on another Ram TRX that had more options than the one that I'd originally purchased. And for whatever reason, the stars didn't line up on me. And the day before I sold my Durango, someone bought the fully loaded Ram TRX that I wanted. And at the time, my local Dodge dealership had nothing available. I was going to the Dodge dealership to order something, knowing that I'd be without a car to drive for a little while. And as I pulled up, within 5 minutes of me pulling up, a gentleman from out of town sold a 50th anniversary Dodge Charger Hellcat Widebody Daytona. It's a 2020. It's number 70 of 501. They only built 501 of this car. 451 were sold in the United States, and they sent 50 to Canada. My specific color, they made 125 of, the black and white. They made 501 total, 4 different colors. They had billet silver. They had a F5 blue pearl coat. They made an extra one of those, so there's 126 of those. 125 of the billet silver, 125 white, and 125 black. And I got a black one, which is perfect for me because that's my favorite color anyway. Now, before I ramble anymore, I want to talk about the things that I absolutely love about this car. I love the Charger platform, and I always have. This is my third Charger. Previous to this one, I had a 392 Daytona, which I loved absolutely as well, and I sold that one to buy the T-Rex. So we come full circle in the last few months. Now, everything I love about this car, well, there's a lot to talk about. I see videos, people complaining about the interior of a Charger or a Challenger, and I don't understand that. If you go with one of the lower option models, if you go with a base model, whether it's a SXT or a GT or an RT or a 392 or a Hellcat, they make base trim levels for all of those cars. If you're not willing to pay for the options, then you're going to get the base options. If you pay for the options, you can upgrade your interior to the moon and back. I have a suede headliner. I have blue stitched in my dash. I have the premium dash. I have Alcantara seats wrapped in leather. I have the 8.5-inch nav screen, the Uconnect, with the navigation. You don't have to use Apple CarPlay to get navigation in this one. It's premium all the way around. There's nothing dated or cheap feeling about this car whatsoever. And I've seen videos where people complain about that, and that's not my car. I absolutely love the interior of this car. I have absolutely zero complaints about the interior of this car. I also have the sunroof, moonroof. I only open that at night, or if it's raining. I love to open the sunroof cover when it's raining and just let the rain drop down. Not inside the car, obviously, just to open the sunroof cover, but otherwise I only open it at night. I'd rather it be a moonroof than a sunroof. All right, so the next thing I love about this car is the Apple CarPlay, and I've said that in my other videos for my Durango and my Ram TRX, as well as the Jeep Cherokee I bought my mom. Apple CarPlay is a prerequisite for me. When I'm in my car, I'm usually doing business. Gotta have Apple CarPlay. Apple CarPlay controls your music if you listen to podcasts. If you want to send text messages, you do all that with your voice. You can use Waze, you can use Google Maps. My car has built-in nav, so I use that primarily. But yeah, the Apple CarPlay is definitely a prerequisite. Now, this next feature that I'll talk about, I haven't actually used in this car yet, but launch control. I've owned a lot of cars with launch control. The only one that I've launched so far is the Ram TRX. I don't know. I love the launch control feature. I loved it in the T-Rex. I never got a chance to launch the Durango, and I haven't launched this one yet. I don't get to get out much. With 4 kids and a 7 days a week work schedule, it's hard to get out and shoot videos and do the things that I want to do with the car. And if I'm just commuting to and from work, I'm not going to be out in the middle of nowhere playing with launch control. But the effortless power of this car, even without launch control, makes it stand out to me. One of the things I absolutely love about this car. I touch the gas and I can go around anybody in traffic. And this car, being that it's the 50th anniversary Daytona, has a little bit more horsepower than the standard Charger Hellcat Widebody. This one has 717. One of the things that I was pleasantly surprised with this car is the fuel efficiency. Now that sounds crazy in a Hellcat, but I actually get better gas mileage in this car than I did in my 392 Daytona, and I'm not sure why that is, but I averaged about 12 miles to the gallon in my Daytona 392, and in this one I get pretty close to 14. Now, my Ram TRX, I averaged 9, and my Durango Hellcat, I averaged 11. So 14 miles to the gallon that's a pleasant surprise for me, and I'm absolutely happy that I was able to get that good of a fuel efficiency in this car. I was not expecting that at all. I figured it would be closer to what I got in the Durango. I know the T-Rex is a little heavier, so I wasn't expecting to get, 9 miles to the gallon in it, but I figured it'd be closer to 11. One of the other things I love about this car, because it's the wide body, is the grip. Now, we had a Go Mango Orange, a 2018 Dodge Challenger non-wide body, and the rear end of that car got out relatively easy. If you tapped the gas and weren't careful, the rear end of that car could easily sneak out from behind you. I have zero issues with that in this car. You tap the gas and it goes. That's about it. Effortless power and no slippage in the rear end. Absolutely love that. It's just so much fun to drive. It's so easy to drive. That supercharger whine just kicks up whenever you want it to, even if you're not going fast, even if you're just driving. You tap the gas and accelerate just a little bit, and that supercharger whine kicks in. It's one of those things that I'll never get over. I'll never get tired of it, never whatsoever. In closing this video, I just wanted to give a quick review on everything I love about this car. Obviously, the appearance. The wheels on this car, on my 2019 Challenger 392, it has the same wheels, but the wheels on my Challenger were black, and these are like a brushed chrome, brushed silver, whatever you want to call it, and that's part of the 50th anniversary package. I make videos like this to try to help inspire people, like, work for your dreams. In January, I made a video detailing that my goal for this year was to buy a Hellcat of some sort. I was debating whether or not I wanted to include that footage in any of these videos, but it was the very first footage I'd shot when I started my YouTube channel, and I never used it, and I probably never will. Really goofy footage, and I don't like it, but I keep holding on to it. But my goal then in January was to detail, my goal was to buy a Hellcat by the end of the year, and so far in 2021, I've had the T-Rex, the Hellcat Durango, a 2018 Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and now the 2020 Hellcat Widebody Charger. So I'm living the dream, and I'm just a normal guy. If you're watching this video, you get out there, you hustle legally, and you can do it too. There's nothing that I'm doing that you can't do. Find something that you love, figure out a way to make money at it, and work at it hard. Hustle hard. I went broke in 2017. By 2019, I had recovered, and I thank God every day for that. It's not always easy. It ain't always easy. But hustle hard and you can do anything. Whether it's a Hellcat or a 392, I'm telling you, everybody says, oh, the Hellcat is so much better than the 392. I love my Hellcat, but the 392 is awesome too. I can't even put it into words. The 392 is perfectly sufficient. Anyway, If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the bell so you get notified for all the videos. I appreciate you guys watching, and y'all take it easy.